As the clamour for justice in the Mumbai hit and run case grows, the Mumbai police today produced BMW brat Mihir Shah before the court. He has now been sent to the police custody till the 16th of July. And these visuals, in fact, sum up today's developments. Mihir Shah was produced in the court where he was sent in police custody for 16 days. On the other hand, multiple developments, like I said, political developments have taken place. Shinde Sena has sacked the father of the accused, Mihir Shah. Legal development, the BMW brat has been sent to police custody till the 16th of July. There was a demolition drive even at the bar where Mihir was last seen. Certain sections of the bar were demolished. Of course, the reason cited was that there were alterations made to the structure of the bar, which is the reason why demolition drive took place. The opposition, however, continues to allege that there is political patronage and there is an attempt to shield the accused Mihir Shah. Apart from that, the Chief Minister has once again reiterated, has assured that the guilty will not be spared, that action will be taken against whoever is involved. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, has been giving assurances that there will be an impartial probe in the case. Let's listen into those reactions.
अपोजिशन हमेशा आरोप करते रहती है, उनके पास आरोप के सिवा दूसरा कोई काम है? जो गुनाहगार है उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करना, इसको प्राथमिकता देनी चाहिए, और जो विक्टिम है उनको सपोर्ट करना, ये पहली बात है, वो प्राथमिकता है, उसको प्रायोरिटी देना है। ये पॉलिटिक्स करना है। उनके परिवार को मुख्यमंत्री सहायता निधि से 10 लाख रुपए देंगे, वो हमारे परिवार के लोग हैं, और जो भी सपोर्ट उनको लगेगा वो हम करेंगे। जो गुनाहगार है उनको बिल्कुल बख्शा नहीं जाएगा, उनके ऊपर कड़ी कार्रवाई हो जाएगी। जो बार है, जो देर रात तक चलते हैं, पब है, वहां पर और अनैतिक जो कुछ ड्रग्स है, ये सब बेचने वाले जो है, उनके ऊपर भी कड़ी कार्रवाई करने का आदेश मैंने दिया हुआ है।
So you heard the Chief Minister say that the opposition is politicizing the issue. The opposition continues to raise questions on the police probe, claiming that the arrest of Mihir Shah was deliberately delayed so that he doesn't test positive in the alcohol test. Udhav Sena MLA Aditya Thackeray visited victim's family and demanded that the police should invoke murder charge against the BMW brat. The opposition claims that it is not a hit-and-run case but a murder, since the woman was dragged for over a kilometer after the deadly crash. Shinde Sena, however, came to the defense of Mumbai police, saying that they acted promptly as per the directions of the Chief Minister.
I believe I have said this yesterday also in the assembly. This is not just a hit and run. This is not just an accident. This is a murder. Taking any victim, dragging her in the car for almost 2 kilometers and then reversing the car and dashing her again is an absolute outright murder. And I believe the strongest punishment in this country should be meted out to him. See, the action can happen on anyone, but instead of anyone, I would like to see the bulldozer justice coming on to Mihir Rajesh Shah's house.
देखिए, इसमें कोई भी पॉलिटिक्स नहीं है। अगर पॉलिटिक्स होता तो बच्चा गिरफ्तार ही नहीं होता, बल्कि सिर्फ अरेस्ट नहीं किया गया, तो वो जो सबूत मिटाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, उनके फैमिली को भी उस दायरे में लाया गया।
हिट एंड रन का केस नहीं है, मर्डर का केस है। विपक्ष बोल रहा है इसे मर्डर की तरह देखा जाए और उसके चार्जेस लगाए जाए।
देखिए, एक आधे पॉलिटिकल का लीडर का बच्चा होने की वजह से ऐसी सब बातें की जा रही है। ऐसे बातें नहीं होती। कानून के तौर पे जो भी कार्रवाई करनी है वो पुलिस उसके तरीके से करती है।
Let's open this up. Let's go across to our guests. We're joined by Advocate Sushil Vyas, Shiv Sena spokesperson. We have Asif Bhamla, political analyst on the broadcast. Advocate Kapil Madan, also a political analyst, joins us along with Chandrasekhar Jha, Shiv Sena UBT leader. Good evening to all of you. I first want to begin with you, Mr. Vyas. It's not just the opposition. The family also is demanding justice, saying that they have no hopes now because according to them, there's a political shield, a patronage being provided. The family is also questioning why no murder charge against Mihir Shah.
What police was supposed to do after this unfortunate, inhuman, heinous crime being committed. Nobody is shielding, nobody is protecting the person concerned. He has been arrested, his father was arrested, his mother is arrested, sisters are also arrested, the driver is arrested. Law is taking its own course as prescribed. The law as applicable in these such cases, they are implementing. So how this so-called shielding is there? The allegation, okay, opposition has every right to say, but now police is moving as per the law, as per laid down in this country. Now, how the political influence is there? That some lacuna nobody is pointing out except the bare allegation. Now the person concerned is arrested, as you said in your opening remark. He has been remanded to police custody till 16 July. His father was arrested, mother is detained, sisters are detained, driver is there. See, there is a prescribed procedure. One has to follow, and it is being followed.
But
now,
mere arrest is not enough. That's what the family is also saying. I am not bringing in the opposition at this point of time. We've continuously been talking to Kaveri's husband after every single development. We spoke to him after Mihir was sent in police custody as well. You know, he says that you should try this case in a fast-track court. He says that this is murder because he had a chance to stop the car and save Kaveri's life. He did not do that. The allegation is that, Mr. Vyas, the condemnation is stringent and strong, but not the charges.
Correct. So I'm saying now, this is a heinous crime. In an inhuman way, the person concerned is committed. Now, okay, now come to the charge. Charges are there. Section 105 of the new act, which is now implemented after 1st July 2024 in this country. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, that replaced Indian Penal Code. Now 1045 says culpable homicide not amounting to murder.
Yes.
So if you go to the punishment part of it, now what happened? Unfortunately, people are just reading one line. Is a culpable homicide not murder? See, you kindly read the entire section, which says that intention is clear up to murder someone. Now you can be punished for life. Life imprisonment can also be granted under 105, the charge which has been alleged leveled against.
Let me bring in another advocate on the panel, Kapil Madan. Kapil Madan, you're not focusing on the punishment part. You're only stuck at the fact that Section 105, beg your pardon, has been slapped against Mihir Shah, and the opposition is busy politicizing the issue.
I'll just say a very, small statement here and be very, very brief. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you though, but I can hear your voice.
Yes. So, so what you need to see is we saw in Pune crash case also when the matter went to the Bombay High Court, the Bombay High Court noted that because of public outcry, whatever, we saw was a knee-jerk reaction. In this case also, I very humbly say here and I very humbly disagree that this can't be a case of murder. It is only a case of an accident. And in the earlier law, that was the earliest IPC, it attracts the section 304A of the IPC, which is a bailable offence. Under no stretch of imagination, you can draw a case of accident and say that this is a case of murder. Legally speaking, this is a clear legal position on the subject. Unless you have a situation where a person takes out the car with an intent to, cause any kind of harm against one particular, individual, and he deliberately and he intentionally, strike the car to him. In that situation, an extreme situation, you can say that this is a case of murder. But here, where there is no connection with the victim, maybe a person was rash, maybe a person was driving negligently, maybe he was, under the influence of maybe liquor, etc. or something. Even in that situation, under no stretch of imagination, legally speaking, you can call this as a case of murder. It is plainly an accident. It is an act of rash and negligent driving, which has resulted in death of someone. But under no stretch of imagination, you can call this a murder.
Imagination, Chandrasekhar Jha, can you call it a murder?
Legally speaking.
See, the chain of events which has happened in last 4 days, it categorically shows that how the political power has been used to shield the accused. And his father was arrested, but he was never suspended. He was suspended today to show the public that they are doing and taking action. The concerned accused has been arrested knowingly that he was under the political patronage of Mr. Eknath Shinde, completely living in the Thane district. So these things are coming out, and this shows that it was a political patronage and power being used Secondly, the section which has been applied, 105 of the BNS, it categorically says that it's culpable homicide not amounting to murder. So there are 3 stages in that. You will see the punishment under that is 5 years, 10 years, and a life imprisonment. So 3 positions have been taken into account in the culpable homicide not amounting to murder. But the section 103, which is culpable homicide amounting to murder, it shows a clear-cut punishment of life imprisonment under the BNS. And first of all, the investigative authority should have added the charge of a murder. It could have been amended further, but it was not done. So they have taken a position that it is a culpable homicide not amounting to murder. In any way, if it is a hit and run case, so the person is hitting a person and he will run away. But if this concerned victim has dragged the victim more than a kilometer, and in that manner he has done an intentional act of killing that person.
Intentional act of killing that person. Asif Bhamla, that is something that the family has constantly been emphasizing on. That there was an opportunity that the car could have been stopped and the life of Kaveri could have been saved. But Mihir, who was driving, and according to reports coming in, has admitted that he was behind the wheels, that he was driving. And after that, multiple attempts were made to cover this up, to destroy evidence. Asif Bhamla.
I agree with what you're saying. And let me tell you, if the evidences were to be wiped off, it could have been done. But let me again show you the variation between the Pune case and the Mumbai case. Section 105, a life imprisonment case, along with Section 238 has been imposed. Government does not decide who's guilty or who's not. But it's the courts who decide. This is something which everybody should understand, whichever party is in power. Next, such cases catch so much of media attention. Is there any political party who's in power going to get this into a suicidal act by even supporting things like this? The Chief Minister immediately announced that he should be removed and suspended from the party. The CCTV footages, had the government had any intention, they would have wiped it, they would have cleared it. But now the CCTV footages are showing clearly that the driver changed seat, the Mihir Shah's son changed seat to the drivers. So now the footages will prove and put and enable him to, if required, also if it is to be a death sentence. No one can be saved. If जितना बड़ा व्यक्ति और जितना राजकीय कनेक्शन उस व्यक्ति का रहता है, उतना ज्यादा परेशान वो होता है. हमने ये देखा है और ये अभी नहीं है, ये जमाने से चलता हुआ काम है.
जितना बड़ा ये व्यक्ति है, जितना बड़ा इसका पॉलिटिकल कनेक्शन है, उतनी ही उसको छूट मिल रही है, क्योंकि पहले 3 दिन तक वो मिला नहीं. डिस्पाइट स्टेट मशीनरी, डिस्पाइट इंटेलिजेंस, आप लोगों को कोई कॉमन मैन होता तो वो 24 घंटे में मिल जाता. These are the kind of allegations being leveled.
30 seconds. नहीं देखिए, कॉमन मैन Swati, common man would have been out. Nobody would have known. Because he's uncommon, he has to go through it, and it's good. Let him go through it. For such a cowardice act, I will say, and I will personally also speak to my party or the leaders that such people should be ready, given the worst possible treatment and the worst possible.
Kapil Madan.
It's a heinous crime. It's a heinous crime. Who's here to support that?
Okay, let Kapil Madan come in.
Now, I'll just, will be very brief. I do not want to make this as a political issue. I mean, people here can, could raise this as a political issue if he's being given any kind of special treatment. But nevertheless, again, I would reiterate, we saw it, public outcry in Pune hit and run case. And in fact, the Bombay High Court has dealt with it specifically, that you can't have a knee-jerk reaction and you can do something which is beyond the, width of the law. At the end of the day, you will need to see the law as it stands needs to be applied. And if it is a case of a rash and a negligent act, you need to book that individual under that act. If it's a hit and run case, there is a stringent, punishment, prescribed under the act that is 10 years. But given the facts and circumstances, if we were to assume that it was actually a hit and run case, he hit and he ran away without informing the police, then in that case, it provides for a severe punishment under the new laws. But under the new laws also,
severe punishment,
you cannot.
Severe
under any
punishment should be
stretch-
provided. The Chief Minister says that whoever is guilty will not be spared. Action will be taken. Opposition still sticks to its stand that this is nothing but political patronage being provided, and it is because he is a Neta's son who has affiliations with the Shiv Sena, the Shinde Sena. That's the reason why he was given the long rope. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us.